Hello, my name is David Harrison, and I wrote this book, Wild Brunch, Poems About How Creatures Eat. And it's illustrated beautifully. Get it up here where you can see it by Giles LaRoche. And I'll tell you more about Giles as we go. But first, I want to tell you about the book. It's about the way animals adapt to eat what they need to eat. And if you think about it, a cow eats grass, some birds eat seed, some animals eat meat, and so on. And so I decided that the time had come to write a book about some of those creatures. And I'd like to read to you some of the poems in the book. Now, I've already told you that it's illustrated by Giles LaRoche. Giles is just a magician of an illustrator. He draws the pictures the way he wants them. Then he cuts out little tiny pieces of paper and he glues them in strategic places on the drawings. And then he paints each of those little pieces of paper. It's amazing. And you'll see what I mean when I show you some pictures, because every picture looks like it's almost coming off the page. It's just so alive and real when Giles finishes it. Our editor for this book is a marvelous editor, Karen Boss, and she works at Charles Bridge Publishing. That's the company that published this book, Wild Brunch. So let me read just some samples, and I'll show you the pictures too. Here's one about the piranha. See what I mean about those pictures? And the poem goes like this. Piranha. Piranha is a toothy fish. Its jaws, they open wide. Best to be some other place and not become its meat. Piranha is a toothy fish. Its jaws, they open wide. When piranha's on the hunt, you're wise if you retreat. Piranha is a toothy fish. Its jaws, they open wide. Okay, here's a totally different character. The koala bear. It's not really a bear, but we call it that. The koala lives in Australia, and it eats leaves from the eucalyptus tree, and those leaves are hard to digest. So the koala doesn't have much time or energy to do anything else. And so this is how the poem goes. Koala. Mostly what I do is chew and chew and chew and sleep and wake and chew and chew and chew and sleep. Eucalyptus leaves are yummy, but they need time inside my tummy. So mostly what I do is chew and chew and chew and sleep. Okay, here's another wholly different character. This is the hippopotamus. And you can't think of anything much further away from a eucalyptus tree than a hippopotamus on a riverbank. And here's how this poem goes. Hippopotamus. He eats at night along the bank, filling his giant needs with lips that pull up reeds and grass, enormous mouth that stretches wide, shows teeth like spikes. No one ever called a hippo sweet. Truth is, he's ill-tempered. And consider this, unless you can run faster than 19 miles per hour, don't provoke him. He'll cross a river side to side before you have a chance to say, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try another one. And this one too is very different, so you can see how these animals adapt to where they live and what there is available to eat, and therefore what they eat. So this one is one of my favorites. It's a turkey vulture. And look at the way Giles has made these birds just almost come off the page. They're so alive. Turkey vulture thinks that meat is a treat, all rotten. Loves roadkill, sun-grilled, au gratin. Tears out chunks to fill its belly at every roadside smelly deli. Dines on putrid filth and worms. Doesn't mind the tasty germs, the nasty germs. Guts so strong it can't get sick on rancid bites gone slimy slick. Phew. Okay, let's go out with one more. How's that? Of course, it's just about as bad. It's called the housefly. And you know something about houseflies. And they're pretty nasty characters too, but look at those pictures. Way to go, Giles. Housefly. Fly walk across your meal. Taste it with your fly tongue toes. Soften it with your fly vomit spit. Suck it through your fly tube mouth. Dodge the swatter. Escape to fly walk across your next meal. Disgusting if you're a fly. Fly-like if you are. Well, those are some examples of poems from the book. In the back of the book, there are also 100-word paragraphs about each of the animals in the book. So you learn more about the hippopotamus and more about the fly and so on. Well, I hope you'll like it. I hope one of these days you'll find a copy, maybe in your school library or some other library, maybe at home. But this is the third in a series. Let me show you the first two. Now you see them, now you don't. Also, of course, by Giles. Where is it? Oh, up there at the top. This is about how animals use their natural coloring or their size or their shape to hide if something's hunting them, or to confuse their victims if they're on the hunt for something to eat. And the next book in the series was called A Place to Start a Family. And this one's about how animals create or find some place to lay their eggs or have their young born. Could be in a tree or under a stump or under a rock or in a nest. You know, could be all over the place. And that's what that book's for. So we have three. And they go together, and maybe your library will have all of them. I hope so. Well, I need to go now. And I've had a good time visiting with you and sharing some of the poems and pictures from Wild Brunch. Hope you like it if you get a chance to see it. And maybe we'll get a chance to visit again one of these days. Until then, thank you. I'm David Harrison. The name of the book is Wild Brunch. It's illustrated by Giles LaRoche, edited by Karen Boss, and published by Charles Bridge Publishing. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.